I'll handle it. I'm a homeowner. I'm an adult. I don't need you looking over my shoulder because I'm changing a garage door or throwing a frisbee or braiding hair or anything else they want to get their beak wet, charging a fee for a license or some. This state is all these pigs at the trough.
Bay Area citizens have been complaining in recent years about all the humans in the streets, but now the streets are full of something else. They call it San Francisco snow.
New York is New York. It's definitely it's the media capital, the financial capital. It is a bellwether like no other city is in this country. So don't tell me that who the mayor of New York is doesn't matter. When you let the Democrats, socialists, and now they're actually calling themselves socialists, when you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get. The state-run grocery stores, which worked so well in Cuba and the Soviet Union and Venezuela.
Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco are some of America's most famous cities, all led by Democratic leadership. Yet many people feel they are no longer what they once were. Bill Maher sees a deeper problem behind their decline and has decided to dig into what is really happening. His analysis is sharp, uncomfortable, and guaranteed to spark debate. So if you're looking for bold political commentary that doesn't hold back, hit subscribe and let's get started.
It's kind of good in a way that you are the douchebag because if you're already hated, then you don't have to, because trust me, what you're going to go up against is a state that is just full of special interests, all of which are very, very powerful. I mean, you can't do anything in this state without getting a license or an inspection. I bitched about this many times. I wanted to change my garage door. It was built as a 3 and it really is only for 2. I'm a humble man. It's not a 3-car garage. Whoever built that wanted to big themselves up and tell some chick, I got a 3. You don't. You have a 2-car garage and that's fine. I have 1 car. I'm a simple man. 1 car, 1 house, 1 plane. Simple person. No. So just to get my garage door changed took 3 inspections. First of all, why are you inspecting it all?
Many people are quietly leaving Los Angeles, and according to Maher, the reasons are becoming impossible to ignore. Endless bureaucracy and a government that seems determined to involve itself in every aspect of daily life have left many residents frustrated. Even something as simple as replacing a garage door can become a long and exhausting process filled with permits, approvals, inspections, and delays. What should be a straightforward task turns into a test of patience. Over time, these frustrations build up and begin wearing people down. Residents start feeling as though they need permission for every small decision they make. That frustration eventually becomes resentment. For many, it is not one major issue that pushes them away, but countless smaller problems that never seem to disappear. So they leave, often quietly, searching for places where life feels simpler, where common sense matters more than red tape, and where they can live without feeling constantly restricted.
Homeowner, I'm an adult. I don't need you looking over my shoulder because I'm changing a garage door or throwing a frisbee or braiding hair or anything else they want to get their beak wet, charging a fee for a license or some bullshit. This state is all these fucking pigs at the trough.
The reason small projects become major headaches in Los Angeles is not simply inefficiency. According to critics, it is the system itself. A basic home improvement project can quickly pull residents into a maze of permits, inspections, approvals, and fees. And that is where the frustration really begins. The government does not just regulate the process. In the eyes of many residents, it seems to charge for every step along the way. What should be a quick and affordable repair becomes a lengthy and expensive ordeal. Over time, this creates the feeling that homeowners no longer have full control over their own property without government involvement. It is not only about the money, it is about the constant frustration and the growing belief that ordinary people are being charged at every turn simply for maintaining what they already own. For many, that feeling eventually becomes too much to ignore.
In court telling me they had no legal responsibility to make sure my house doesn't burn down.
Who said?
The city.
The city.
So, but yet the city, if I want to rebuild right now with my California Fair Plan, $1 million I got, They want to put $1.2 million into caissons into the dirt, because now to be up to the zone for the hill I live in, these caissons weren't there.
What are caissons?
To go into the bedrock.
What
This
goes-
house was 60 years old. I didn't have these.
What's a caisson?
They're like circular things that go into the ground deep down to like hold the house together. Because now they care.
Well, they sound important.
They didn't care that my house burned down, and they don't. And they say so. Now they've changed the zoning that I need $1.2 million in things that go down the dirt that weren't there for 60 years.
Spencer Pratt has expressed a similar frustration, pointing to what he believes is a much deeper problem within the system. After paying millions of dollars in taxes over the years, he expected some level of support when it came time to rebuild. Instead, he says he was met with more costs and more financial obstacles. According to Pratt, when he looked into available assistance programs, he was not offered meaningful relief. Instead, he was told that simply stabilizing an existing structure could require around $2 million in work and fees. To him, that raises an important question. What exactly are taxpayers receiving in return for all the money they contribute? Rather than feeling supported during a difficult process, Pratt says he felt squeezed once again, reinforcing his belief that the system is more focused on collecting revenue than helping residents recover and rebuild.
The caissons,
They were never there. For 60 years, this house was there.
and they were supposed to be?
No, this is the new thing. So like you're saying, with your
without-
three people
without
come
the-
in, showing up, it's just more money, more money. How can we tax? How can we bill you
Right.
more? How can we have more red tape?
Yes.
How can we
Oh.
stop building?
No,
That's why these YIMBY people, I keep telling them, I'm going to be the savior of the YIMBY people. Do you know what a YIMBY is?
Not in my backyard.
No, that's a NIMBY.
Oh, what's a YIMBY?
YIMBY, yes, in my backyard.
Yes, in my
So
backyard.
these people think I'm anti them because I tried to stop the YIMBY people from putting.
You're not anti them. You're pro them.
I
That's
want
your-
building.
Don't.
That's what I get. There's a confusion. I want to build all across LA in all the space we have.
Another issue Spencer Pratt highlights is what he sees as deep-rooted dysfunction throughout Los Angeles. It raises a question many residents have asked. Where is all the money actually going? California collects enormous amounts of tax revenue every year, yet many people struggle to see meaningful improvements in their communities. Infrastructure problems remain. Public services often feel stretched thin, and residents frequently wonder whether they are getting real value for what they pay. That gap between spending and visible results creates growing suspicion. If so much money is being collected, why are the improvements so difficult to find? Instead of seeing progress, many residents feel like they are constantly being hit with new fees, new penalties, and new costs. For critics like Pratt, the most frustrating part is not simply the expense. It is the feeling that the system takes far more than it gives back.
It's also, yes, undeniably true that LA is built in a stupid place to build a city. But when it's not on fire, it's really quite lovely. And it's my home. And stupid as its origin may be, it's not going anywhere. Axios ran a story on how getting the water out of the hydrants in Pacific Palisades was more complicated than it seems. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's very complicated. That's why I pay 13% of my income in this state every year to people who I assumed were working on things like this.
Maher argues that Los Angeles is experiencing a serious breakdown in effective governance. In his view, residents and high earners contribute a large portion of their income through state and local taxes with the expectation that those funds will be used to improve the city. Yet from his perspective, there is little visible evidence that those investments are producing meaningful results. His concerns echo those raised by Spencer Pratt, particularly the question of where all that tax revenue ultimately goes. At the same time, Los Angeles continues to face major challenges, including recurring wildfire threats that have caused significant damage in recent years. Maher questions whether city leaders truly have a strong and practical plan in place to prevent or manage future disasters. Based on what he sees, he is not convinced that any coordinated strategy exists that is capable of addressing those challenges effectively.
I'm all about building and cutting red tape and stopping the bureaucracy, but they think because I didn't want a 7-story cement building on a street that you can't even park on in a high fire severity zone, And I was like, no, we can't do that here. Like, oh, he's a NIMBY. I'm like, no, let's build. We need things to be more affordable. We need more housing, but it needs to be where all the naked drug addicts are that we're gonna move and put to beautiful nature with the Air One combo plates.
Stop talking about the naked drug addicts, naked pictures, naked drug
They're all
addicts.
naked. They are all naked. I have to tell the truth.
At the end of the day, all of this comes back to leadership. Cities are not improved by slogans or political messaging. They are improved through decisions, priorities, and accountability. If Los Angeles were led by someone fully focused on solving problems rather than managing political optics, many believe meaningful change could follow. Better planning, smarter spending, and greater attention to residents' everyday concerns could begin turning things around. Yet many residents feel the city continues moving in the wrong direction. Housing affordability remains a challenge, public safety concerns persist, and bureaucratic delays continue frustrating citizens. For critics, this leads to a simple but uncomfortable question. If leadership is supposed to move a city forward, why does Los Angeles feel as though it is moving backward? And according to Maher, Los Angeles is far from the only Democrat-led city facing these concerns. San Francisco is dealing with many of the same problems.
Bay Area citizens have been complaining in recent years about all the human feces in the streets, but now the streets are full of something else. They call it San Francisco snow. It's glass, piles and piles of shattered glass everywhere from car windows being smashed. It's so routine to have this happen to any parked car that people purposefully leave the windows down and the glove compartment open so thieves can see there's nothing of value. Or they leave a note on the car politely assuring the thief that there's nothing worth stealing and please don't break the windows.
San Francisco continues to struggle with a growing homelessness crisis that affects daily life for many residents. What was once viewed as a complicated social issue is now something people encounter directly every day. Residents report seeing encampments spreading into public spaces, sidewalks becoming difficult to use, and growing concerns about property crime, vehicle break-ins, litter, and unsanitary conditions in certain areas. These visible problems have contributed to a growing sense of frustration and decline. Despite the city spending millions of dollars on outreach programs, shelters, and long-term housing initiatives, many residents feel the situation has not noticeably improved. In fact, some argue that the visible signs of homelessness appear more widespread than before. This gap between spending and results has sparked an ongoing debate about whether current policies are working or whether a different approach is needed altogether.
San Francisco in the last few years has seen 11 Walgreens and 6 CVS stores just give up and close because that town seems simply beyond law, which is heartbreaking because I, like so many people, love that city, and I don't think it's corny to admit, yes, I left my heart in San Francisco. Also my wallet and iPhone.
You can see Maher is genuinely frustrated because he believes Democrats have repeatedly avoided dealing with the issues that matter most in cities like San Francisco. Instead of focusing consistently on public safety, housing affordability, and economic growth, he argues that political attention has often shifted toward more symbolic cultural debates. In his view, important concerns like economic recovery, crime, and urban decline are frequently pushed aside while other social issues dominate the conversation. Maher believes this misplaced focus comes with real consequences. When leaders spend more time debating cultural flashpoints than addressing everyday problems, the structural issues affecting cities continue to grow worse. According to Maher, that is one reason many residents feel their communities are becoming less stable, less safe, and increasingly difficult to live in. And he warns that San Francisco may not be the only city facing these challenges. He believes New York could be heading down a similar path.
New York is New York. It's definitely it's the media capital, the financial capital. It is a bellwether like no other city is in this country. So don't tell me that who the mayor of New York is doesn't matter.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Do you think, let's say, on the seize the means of production, do you think the mayor, that one person, if he is a democratic socialist, do you think that he would have the power and influence to be able to usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate next time.
Maher's concern is straightforward. If Mamdani implements policies that critics believe could weaken New York's economy and governance, those outcomes could become a powerful political weapon in future elections. Among the proposals drawing attention are greater government involvement in transportation and publicly funded grocery programs. On the surface, both ideas sound appealing because they promise lower costs and greater access for residents. However, critics argue that such programs would require enormous investments, long-term subsidies, and highly effective management to succeed. Government-run systems often face challenges related to bureaucracy, budget overruns, and operational inefficiencies. Maintaining programs like these in a city as large and expensive as New York would require discipline and resources that many local governments struggle to sustain. As a result, while these ideas may attract support in the short term, questions remain about whether they could succeed over the long run.
The Democrat socialists, and now they're actually calling themselves socialists. When you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get. The state-run grocery stores, which work so well in Cuba and the Soviet Union and Venezuela, just bad ideas. And again, this ugly streak, streak of anti-Semitism.
Who's the most popular politician on the left?
AOC? I don't know.
One of, but who's Bernie? Bernie is Bernie is. I mean, he's not a capitalist. You know?
No, he's not, and he's also not president.
He's not. But
never would be.
But neither is Mamdani.
No, but he will, trust me, he will be featured in the campaign commercials.
But they're going to feature people. They boogeyman everybody.
Yeah, but you don't have to boogeyman him. He does it to himself.
Maher believes that Mamdani's effort to introduce more socialist-style policies into New York could create significant challenges not only for the city, but also for the Democratic Party nationally. In his view, if New York struggles under those policies, Republicans would have a ready-made example to use during future election campaigns. Rather than focusing on complicated policy debates, they could simply point to New York and argue that progressive Democratic leadership produces economic problems and urban decline. For Maher, that is the larger danger. The issue is not only what happens to New York itself, but how New York's experience could shape the national political conversation. If the city becomes a symbol of failed governance in the eyes of voters, it could influence elections far beyond its borders.
Democrats can tell voters it's not so bad, or that they're stupid and racist and we don't want their votes anyway, but that is a powerful campaign theme when there's that feeling that things are descending into every man for himself lawlessness. New York was like that in the Son of Sam 70s. Only back then we had taxi driver. Now we have Uber driver.
Taken together, Maher's criticism paints a picture of cities struggling with far more than isolated problems. From rising taxes and heavy bureaucracy to questions about government spending and accountability, the common theme is a growing disconnect between what residents contribute and what they receive in return. Spencer Pratt's frustrations reflect the same concern. Whether it involves rebuilding homes, maintaining infrastructure, or accessing public support, many people feel the process has become expensive, slow, and unnecessarily complicated. Added to these concerns are ongoing challenges related to homelessness, public safety, and environmental threats such as wildfires, all of which require strong and effective leadership. Yet critics argue that responses often appear fragmented, difficult to track, or lacking urgency. For Maher, the deeper issue is whether the system is truly delivering the transparency, stability, and results that citizens expect from their leaders. Ultimately, the debate is not just about individual policies. It is about whether government is fulfilling its most basic responsibility to serve the people effectively. And on that note, we bring today's video to a close. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.